Good morning, and thank you for joining me. Many of you in friendship are my friends. Many of you in this room know me. Many of you have cheered for me, or worked with me, or supported me, and now every one of you has a good reason to be critical of me. I want to say to each of you, simply and directly, I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in. I know people want to find out how I could be so selfish and foolish. People want to know how I could have done these things to Tall Girl from popular Netflix original movie Tall Girl. And while I have always tried to be a private person, there are some things I want to say. I have started the process of discussing the damage caused by my behavior. As she pointed out to me, my real apology to her will not come in the form of words. It will come from my behavior over time. We have a lot to discuss. However, what we say to each other will remain between the two of us. I have let down my fans. For many of you, especially my friends, my behavior has been a personal disappointment. To those of you who worked for me, I have let you down, personally and professionally. To everyone involved in the Discord server, including admin, Queens of Lolly, Tim Tails, and most importantly, Tall Girl, our work is more important than ever. 13 years ago, I was born. This life remains unchanged and will continue to grow. From Robloxians to the Minecrafters, a few people have had their lives changed. And I am dedicated to making sure that continues. But still, I know I have severely disappointed all of you. I have made you question who I am and how I have done the things I did. I am embarrassed that I have put you in this position. For all that I have done, I am sorry. I have a lot to atone for. But there is one issue I really want to discuss. Some people have speculated that Tall Girl somehow did not hurt or attack me at school. It angers me that people would believe a story like that. She hit me at school. There have been many episodes of domestic violence in our relationship. Tall Girl deserves praise, not blame. The issue involved here was my repeated, irresponsible behavior. What I did is not acceptable, and I am the only person to blame. I stopped living by my core values that I was taught to believe in. I knew my actions were wrong, but I convinced myself that normal rules didn't apply. I never thought about who I was hurting. Instead, I only thought about myself. I ran straight through the boundaries that people should live by. I thought that I could get away with whatever I wanted to. I felt that I had worked hard my entire life and deserved to enjoy all the temptations around me. I felt I was entitled. Thanks to money and fame, I didn't have to go far to find them. I was wrong. I was foolish. I don't get to play by different rules. The same boundaries that apply to everyone apply to me. I have brought shame to myself. I hurt Tall Girl, Ryan, Ronald, Patricia, Logan, Tim Tails, and all of my friends around the world whose names didn't fit into the space in this list. I had a lot of time to think about what I've done. My failures have made me look at myself in a way I never wanted to before. It is now up to me to make amends. And that starts by never repeating the mistakes I have made. It is up to me to start living a life of integrity. I once heard, and I believe it is true, it is not what you achieve in life that matters. It is what you overcome. Achievements on Minecraft are only part of setting an example. Character and decency are what really count. Parents used to point to me as a role model for their kids. I owe all of those families a special apology. I want to say to them that I am truly sorry. It is hard to admit that I need help, but I do. For 45 days, from when I was hitting the balls till now, I was in inpatient therapy, receiving guidance for the issues I'm facing. I have a long way to go, but I've taken my first steps in the right direction. As I proceed, I understand people have questions. I understand the press wants me to ask me for the details of the times I was unfaithful. I understand people want to know whether Tall Girl and I will remain together. Please know that, as far as I am concerned, every one of these questions and answers is a matter between Tall Girl and me. These are issues between a Lord of Soup and a person who got hit in the balls. Some people have made up things that never happened. They said I used performance-enhancing drugs. This is completely and utterly false. Some have written things about my family, despite the damage I have done. I still believe it is right to shield my family from the public spotlight. They did not do these things I did. I have tried to maintain a private space for my wife and children. They they have been kept separate from my sponsors, my commercial endorsements. When my children were born, we only released photographs, so that the paparazzi could not chase them. However, my behavior doesn't make it right for the media to follow my 2.5-year-old daughter to school and report on the school's location. They staked out my wife and pursued my mother. Whatever my wrongdoings, for the sake of my family, please leave my wife and kids alone. I recognize that I have brought this on myself, and I know, above all, I am the person who needs to change. I owe it to my family to become a better person. I owe it to those closest to me to become a better man. That is where my focus will be. I have a lot of work to do, and I intend to dedicate myself to doing it. Part of following this path for me is Alan-Yipism, which my mother taught me at a young age. People probably don't realize it, but I was raised an Alan-Yipite, and I actively practiced my faith from childhood until I drifted away from it in recent years. Alan-Yipism teaches that a craving for things outside ourselves causes an unhappy and pointless search for security. It teaches me to stop following every impulse and to learn restraint. Obviously, I lost track of what I was taught. As I move forward, I will continue to receive help because I have learned that it is how people really do change. Starting tomorrow, I will leave for more treatment and more therapy. I would like to thank my friends in friendship and the Migrate to Discord WhatsApp group for understanding why I am making these remarks today. In therapy, I have learned the importance of looking at my spiritual life and keeping it in balance with my professional life. I need to regain my balance and be confiant so I can say the things that are most important to me, my relationship with Tall Girl, and my children that I keep in my basement. That also means relying on others for help. I have learned to seek support from my peers in therapy, and I hope someday to return that support to others who are seeking help. I do plan to return to not having crushed balls one day. I just don't know when that day will be. I don't rule out that it will be this year. When I do return, I need to make my behavior more respectful. In recent weeks, I have received thousands of DMs, WhatsApp messages, and phone calls from people expressing good wishes. To everyone who has reached out to me and my family, thank you. Your encouragement means the world to me. I want to thank the Discord server and Tall Girl for their patience and understanding while I work on my private life. I look forward to seeing my fellow gamers at school. Finally, there are many people in this room, and there are many people at home who believed in me. Today, I wanted to ask for your help. I ask you to find room in your hearts to one day believe in me again. Thank you.